true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me, that's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face, now I'm a believer.
All right, that settles that. That settles that. The kids are for real. If you had any doubt, I don't know, go camping. Like, I'm telling you folks, who's not impressed right now? I'm impressed, I'm happy. It hasn't really hit me yet because what I seen happen, and I took a few minutes off when it was 3-1, just so you know, I did it again, and people are gonna say, Wayne, stop doing that. But I couldn't help it. I was in a situation in real life that took precedence at the time, and I had to take care of somebody I love very much. And anyway, so there was a situation that came up, and then I look, and the Sabres just continued right where they left off when I jumped back on. And wow, guys, wow. It's quite a story this year. Granato system. The killer instinct the Sabres had in that third period was second to none in the NHL tonight. I mean, folks, this is the defending Stanley Cup champions who had something to prove coming in. Now, I want to say this before I go into this video thoroughly, is anybody that says, oh, Tampa probably didn't play well tonight did not watch this game. Tampa, how long in the second period before we got a shot? You guys seen it, right? How long did we just hang on to a tie in that game? Because the champs were coming at us hard. They were. You seen the way they were passing in the first period. My God. They were out shooting us 22-9 at that point, right? At one point. I'm not going to go over all the game statistics, but some personal statistics I wrote down I want to talk about. The Sabres in the third period outshot them, out-hustled them, and surprised them. They didn't expect what they were up against, and they learned a good lesson. Really, they learned a good lesson tonight because the Sabres weren't going to roll over and die in this game. It's not in our. It's just not in our personality no more, guys. Guys, I'm telling you, regardless if we go on a losing streak this year or not, the losing culture is done. Okay, it's done. It's done. It was done before the first game, I thought. Anyway, it's done. It's over. Getting certain players out of town had to happen for this team to have a fresh start, a fresh outlook, and a brand new approach under a fresh, young NHL coach. I'm not saying Granato is like a spring chicken, but he is as an NHL coach. He's a young coach. He's a good coach. He's done the right things. He's pulled the right buttons, and he's just, my goodness, what a story tonight. I mean, to actually humiliate the champions on our home ice. I feel bad for the city of Buffalo. They did not pack the house to see this one. But folks, the good news is the word will get around now. If there was any doubt this Sabres team are for real, word will spread on the streets now by just you guys out there saying, my God, you should have seen this game, like whoever missed it, you know? Because there's been so much negativity for so long that people are fed up. And it's going to take time to win them back. But I said it before, they're a forgiving fan base. They'll come back. All right? All right, so let's take a look at a few things here. Guys, we had 5 even strength goals for the first time tonight in a game, and look who it was against, and look at the way we did it. They brought their A game. They brought their A game to the table, and we did not let them have the lead all night, just like other teams have done, but they've beaten other teams that have done that, not us. This is the first beating. If you go look at their scores, this is the first time they've gotten hammered in how long? Tampa Bay. They really got spanked tonight, seriously. The Sabres deserve a lot of credit. All right, so 5 even strength goals. Hayden, we got to keep him up. He had 5 hits, guys. He had 5 hits, and he was out there, and he's being, I wouldn't say our enforcer, but he was our enforcer tonight. We got to keep Hayden up. Got to keep him up. I hope they don't send him back down. Hinostroza I was impressed with. I was impressed with his energy. I always am, but tonight he scored. He was rewarded finally, you know. Now, Skinner, 4 shots on goal. Skinner looked good. He did. He looked good. I'll tell you who I was most impressed with in a sec. All right, Haig was a +3 in the game. Who I was most impressed with in this game was Pysyk. I don't know if you're going to agree with me on that, but I was impressed with Pysyk in this game. He didn't do anything wrong out there. He looked like Lidstrom tonight. He did. He played amazing. Nobody in the minus tonight for the first time all year. I believe. I'd have to check the other box scores, but I'm just going to go on record saying it. I'm sure we've had games where somebody was a -1, and not tonight. Nobody was in the minus. And again, Stanley Cup champions we just played. Don't forget that. Anderson, 33 out of 34 shots saved. Anderson was brilliant. I'm not really surprised Anderson's doing this, guys, to be honest. Not really. This guy was 1 goal from the Stanley Cup Finals 4 years ago. I know he's getting older, but when you're 40 years old in the NHL, at that point you just want to play for the love of the game. He's made all his money. He's made all his money. Now it's just for the love of the game again, you know? So that's it, folks. What do you think of that one? Now we go on our trip. We go out west. We'll worry about that later. I'm not even going to talk about those games. Not tonight. No, tonight's a celebration night for all of us. I'm going to enjoy this one. Absolutely, I'm going to enjoy this one. And, oh, you heard him. All right. Rome says, again, it was never in doubt. Okay, go play. So while Rome and Tequila go play, the Sabres will have a very... This is going to change us. This is going to change. I believe this is going to change the team, guys, and bring us to the next level. This was a game psychologically, okay, that can set the tone for the season, I believe. I believe. Now, if we lose the next 6 in a row, then I was wrong. But I believe this can really set the psyche of a team that if they had any doubts of the last 2 games, that was gone, the way we came out. But to actually do what we did in that 3rd period to the defending Stanley Cup champions has to play a role on the development of this team from this point on going forward. It has to. It just has to. It's always one game, guys. I've said this before in my videos. It's always one game that a franchise turns the corner. This is it. This was the game. So, for you doubters, I don't think there's many of you left. I think you're all on the bandwagon at this point, eh? Let's leave the doubters alone. Let them, they're at other channels anyway. Or, you know, they don't come to my channel because I don't put out that negative crap about the team. I just won't on this channel. Yeah, I'm really proud of the boys tonight. Really proud of them. They should hold their heads high. My God, it was 1-1, and we just couldn't get a shot on net. And then what happens? 4 unanswered goals. My goodness. Wow. I'm taken back. I am. But is it really shocking? Not really this year. This was the year I thought things could turn. And I think some of you did too. Things can turn. Long season ahead of us, guys. There's all sorts of things. And keep in mind, we have injuries while this happened tonight. God, what a story. What a story the Buffalo Sabres are turning into this year so far. It's a nice story so far. And for those fans, and I won't mention the Montreal Canadiens, that thought we're going to just be the crapper all year, I don't see it yet. Not yet. But you know where my channel is. Come let me know when it happens. And I'll be the first one to say, so far it's not looking good. I won't hide. I'll admit it. But I'm excited about this team. I'm excited about the energy that was out there. God, it's fun to win again, isn't it? Tell me it's not fun to win again, guys. Tell me it's not fun. I have a belief in this team again. A belief in this franchise again. A hope for the future again. And it's all thanks to a bunch of kids that just love to play the game and love to stay out extra practice time. Not kids that want to get super big paid and that's all they care about. I can even picture if this continues in the years to come and the team starts to evolve and get better and we make the playoffs and the normal things again start to happen, that some of the players here that are young will even take home-friendly contracts to keep the group together. These guys care about each other. That's what I love about this team. That's what a team's about. I've said it before, a team's not a team unless they care about each other. And this team does. They care about each other. That was proof to me in the third period that this team is a team. Finally, it's a team now. Now what we have to do is not get caught up with winning and losing on this trip, because if we ever put together a good road trip, guys, okay, I wanted to start 6-3-1. We got to go 2-2 in these next 4 games. So if we can do that, I'm still happy. Even though you say, but Wayne, that's like 4 losses in 7 games. I'm not looking at the whole season as a whole and about making the playoffs. Not yet. I'm not thinking about that yet. We'd have to be around the 60 game mark for me to even consider it, even with like a 6-point lead or something. We have to get there. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the culture change. That's the most exciting thing to watch right now. I'm going to enjoy the culture change this year, guys. That's the number one thing I'm going to enjoy watching. The number 2 thing I'm going to enjoy watching is the kids develop. The kids develop into young men that care about this franchise and care about this logo. And the self-respect of a franchise that once was there, to resurrect it and bring it back from the ashes and have respect again, you know? And I think we're on our way. And it's not really so much as I would say how much they need to win, as much as they need to feel they're a team, this bunch. Because the wins and losses, if Granato can teach them, it's more important what you do for 60 minutes than if you win or lose right now. And if he can teach them this, we're going to be well on our way. And at this point, what's good as a Sabres fan, the best feeling as a Sabres fan right now is I really don't fear anybody. I don't fear anybody. It doesn't matter where we play, who we play, when we play. It doesn't bother me, really. I'll take this win over beating Boston, the other. I'll take this, guys. For me, I'll take this one, because this, for me, is the one that they'll go to sleep tonight thinking about how they totally rolled over the champions in the third period. And on that note, folks, you have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.